What's up, YouTube? Welcome back. So, tonight's video, I'm actually going to talk about fourth growth plays. It's something I'm going to do for, I'm in these positions, by the way, up until December, right? These are plays I'm in now. I'm going to add on the dips, and I'm going to talk about selling this later in, like, December or January, provided nothing crazy happens. But before I get into that, I want to go over what I said in yesterday's video. Someone said I was arrogant and I should quit being so cocky, and I was wrong. Now, I've been called wrong once before on this channel. And the guy was hilariously wrong. But this time, I was wrong. A failure, if you will. Now, I wasn't being cocky or arrogant. In fact, I was actually very, and still am, very, hope you're paying attention, annoyed at the whole market crash, the fear-mongering, all these other YouTubers talking about it. I don't listen to the radio. I just listen to other YouTubers, right? I don't care to hear the song WAP. That's trash. So I just listen to other YouTubers. YouTube recommends stuff. It's just stock stuff. I listen to them all. And man, sometimes they just suck, but at least it's entertaining, so I kind of know what everyone else is at least thinking. But lately, it's just non-stop. The Biden crash. Oh, he's going to raise taxes. No one's heard that before. That's surprising news. There's just all this fear-mongering. And it annoys me. These guys have followings, like big followings. And it's not that it's bigger than mine. It's not a jealousy thing. It's that people actually listen to them. Like, they're thinking of what clickbait title can I make? How can I get clicks, views, and ad revenue? While the follower is thinking, okay, how am I going to attack tomorrow? How am I going to trade? Where can I go for guidance? And they go, and there's a complete disconnect, and they don't see it, and it leads to failing. So I do take it, I don't know what to say, personal, offensive. I just can't stand it. It's nonstop. But anyway, let's go over my failures. Now, in last night's video, while I was being arrogant, I told you guys probably going to hit all-time highs on the Russell, specifically the IWM. Told you I was long Apple. I was long Amazon, but I sold a call as a bearish play, so there was a hedge there. Flat out short Alibaba and Netflix. Now, I got into those right around the closing bell. So if you were bearish to Alibaba or Netflix yesterday, you were really red. We'll get into those charts. Let's talk about my failure. Let's go over the plays. Russell, IWM, all-time highs. Bullish Apple, bullish Amazon, but with the hedge. Alibaba, short. Netflix, short. I was off to a good start. We're rocking it. We're rolling. We're headed up. Higher high. More green candles than red, just like I talked about. We open up. We get up. Here comes the bell. Where's it at? The bell. All right, a little shaky, a little turbulent. Okay, shake you out. We push up. At one point, that was a green candle. It was a green candle, but it turned around. I was right. I was almost right, but I was off by 82 cents. Dang it. Failure. Now, it ended up selling off, come back down. So if you listened, you bought in, and you were up, you probably would have tagged out. But you know what? Let's round up to you're right, I was wrong. Wrong. You lost. Let's see how you did. Let's just pretend at the bell you're going to put money in every one of those plays. Here, a red trade. Apple. Well, I was right on Apple. Just continued to go up. Had a pretty good day. Hit that magic yellow box where we found some sellers. To be continued. Amazon. Just couldn't be stopped. This one probably a little bit trickier because the way I was playing this one. I did take advantage of both the moves today if we're being serious. We started to get above this. We started to break down. Anyway, I had some extra calls added on to this, by the way. It pushed up. I actually had to put just right to here. This, I want to say it was this wick or this green candle right here. I'm not usually at smaller time frames. One of these tagged me out. I did not short it again. I'm actually still bullish Amazon. So, let's leave that one off the table because I was a little bit of both. Call it what you want. So, I was wrong on Amazon. Wrong. Apple, I was right. Alibaba, 100% right. I was short, not short anymore. If it rode to the zone, it's going to be fine. But I started trailing it, so once we got past here, it was right here once we turned around. In fact, right inside this candle right here is where I got out, tagged out. So wrong on IWM, right on Apple, right on Alibaba. 2 out of 3. Not bad. Let's check Apple. We already know the answer. It was right. Wrong on IWM, right on Apple, right on Alibaba. We'll leave Netflix out. I'll make sure I get all of these. Just so everyone's listening, it's not cocky, just because I've been doing this for a while. IWM, write myself a little note, hilariously wrong. I was off by 80 cents. Forget the all-time high. You forget higher highs, higher lows. Forget the trend. I was wrong. Apple, I was right. Amazon, we're going to cross that one out. Alibaba, absolutely right. Let's check Netflix out. I was short Netflix. Opened up, tagged that magic yellow box. Whatever. Maybe I was about to be wrong, but I wasn't. Anyway, it sold off. This one also tagged out as soon as the trend reversed. I'm not still shorting it. If tomorrow we sell off and we hit that, I'm thinking about buying the dip. I'm kind of expecting tomorrow to probably be a little continuation of the red, so hopefully I can grab the dip there. Netflix, I was right. Alibaba, I was right. Apple, I was right. IWM, hilariously wrong. Amazon, I was actually still right because I was bullish Amazon. But it was with a hedge, so an argument could be made for both sides. While I played it perfectly, you guys coming in probably couldn't do that, right? If you can, congrats. I just understand it's a little bit trickier, and I have a wide spectrum of people following me. So if you copied the plays, we'll leave Amazon out. 3 of them are right. 1 of them was wrong. Dang it. Now, if that doesn't help you out, watch every one of my live streams and tell me how often I was wrong. Then you'll understand I'm not being cocky. I've been doing this for a while. I do this to help you guys. I don't care about clickbaits and BS, or I could talk about fear and all of it. It just annoys me. So now I'll talk about what I'm doing for this year, 2021. This is a back burner play, not something I want to manage, something I want to set alerts, I want to buy. I'm in these now. They are up, but if they do pull back, I'm just going to add on. Kind of a dollar cost average, but not just to add on every week, but to add on the dips. I'll keep an eye on these, but I'm only interested in adding on the red days. When it drops down into a zone, I'll add on. First and foremost, it's actually IWM. So IWM, let's jump over to the futures right now. That was actually my alert. I was hoping we'd come down and tag it. It just keeps getting bullish. I think there's a lot of scared money that's actually going to come into the markets. I've been pretty bullish on this. The leg down just hasn't happened. Almost tagged it that one time. But it's just been rocking and rolling. Now, if we compare this to everything else, we're just now cracking above where we sold off on the Rona crash. Which, by the way, I talked about a market crash once. That was it. And then I talked about warning shots. And now I can't say warning shots because we sold off. And now some people have dramatic experiences when I say warning shot. So I do hope IWM sells off a little bit more. One solid leg down. So I can grasp more. Again, I'm in it. But what held this up and why it even did half as good as it's doing is from the financials and solar really carrying this one. There's a lot of small cap stuff that's in trouble, but stimulus on the fundamental side, stimulus opening back up, the economy get rolling. I think is going to drive a lot of those other ones that were hard to see. You have to actually know what's inside this ETF. There's a lot of green right here. There's a lot more potential for green. So I think there's going to be a lot of explosiveness in this one compared to like the tech. You know, tech had that money coming in flying. It wasn't scared. So tech did quite a bit better. I think IWM is going to play the catch-up game this year. So buy it now. I'm going to add on the dips. I'll talk about selling it in December. Next one. Next 2 are actually the automotive sector, and it's GM and Ford. Now, they're rocking and rolling. They're definitely, as some would say, up there, right? Hit that zone. So far, it's rejecting that zone. Have we turned extended hours on? Yeah. So, again, in it. And I plan on selling all these, obviously, higher than what they are now. So, while it looks like a peak, again, this is a time play, December. It looks like Ford and GM are cranking the heat. Like they're turning it on. All of a sudden, they're taking EV seriously. Like, it used to be like, oh, we'll bring out one so we can kind of shut the people up. Yeah, economy or climate. Yeah, you know. But no one really cared. I really thought Ford and GM were just working on going out, bankrupt, done, toast. I kind of thought, you know, tinfoil hat theory, they were just going to ride this one out into the dirt because it'd just be the economic shock of how many employees would lose their jobs, and the government's just tired of bailing these guys out. But it kind of sounds like they're getting on board. They're making some moves. I talked about Ford. I've talked about it a while ago that Ford would be the one I thought would ever to compete with Tesla, because Ford kind of does this behind the scenes stuff that all of a sudden they'll drop it out of nowhere, like, oh, by the way, we've been doing this for a while. So we're starting to see all this stuff surface. So I am bullish on actually both of these. So the red days, the red weeks. You know, if the selling shows up, it's for December. I don't need to buy it this red day. You know, I can wait and see if the selling stops. I don't need to take type 2s on these, which is the absolute, what I think is the bottom. I can wait for the reversal, wait for it to turn around like a type 3 play on a higher time frame, and I'll add on the way up. I'll still be averaging into this. I think GM and Ford actually have plenty of growth ahead of them this year. If they're going to capture that EV hype, I think we're ready to rock. Ford, obviously just blowing up. We got out of that zone, kind of, that was our last chance of a bull flag, blew up and went up, so we are rocking and rolling. Again, in this one, I will add on any of the dips. So GM, Ford, automotive sector, we got IWM, small cap, and then, what was the last one? Jets. So, Jets for me, I'm actually personally in Boeing. I'm in Boeing leaps, but we talked about Jets, and I actually like this play. Let's zoom out here real quick. So again, we'll sell in December. Like, this is the actual play for Jets. Not in this one. I think I'm going to get in this one, but right now, per me personally, I'm just in Boeing. I'm in all the other ones. I'm just not in Jets just yet. Hang on. So, again, same way. I'll add on any zones, on any sell-offs when they do happen, but I'm not looking to jump right in and catch the absolute bottom penny. Careful with the mic.
That's useless.
Love you.
That's useless.
Okay, hang on. So, again, this is what I call this a herd immunity play. You know, vaccines out, everyone's. I talked about this in the beginning when we had the Rona crash and fears were hyped. I told you guys, if you've been a subscriber to my channel, this is a storm. It's going to leave us just like a storm. It's going to come, it's going to be nasty, and it's going to leave. We're going to recover. It's going to be quick. I think as vaccines roll out, you're going to watch this thing all of a sudden disappear. Fear's going to go away. Right now, it's still in. When everyone's vaccinated and that fear is out, I bet airlines are going to take a huge jump.
No.
Love you.
It's up here.
You want to sit? Okay, come on. So, those are my plays that I'm in. Back burner plays. I don't want to have to manage them a whole bunch. And I'll add on the red days. So if I was in Jets right now, let's say this is what the pattern it looks like. You know what? Let's just copy that. We'll grab our bar pattern. Let's just say it does this. Put that down. Let's say we're just rocking that for a little bit. So we'll be in this. I'll be up. Won't matter. It sells off. We start to turn around. I'll probably add on here. Up. Again. Comes back down. Don't care. As we push up, grab it. Because the trend just changed. I'm not worried. Normally I'm grabbing type 2s. I'm grabbing the bottom penny. This time I don't care. I'm grabbing it once the trend reverses. I'll be up. We'll be rocking and rolling. It'll sell off. I'll grab it down here once it reverses again. And kind of just take that play. There will be a max position size when I feel risk is too much. Once we're well up here in the green, I will move my stop up in the green just to protect that. Because I don't like investing on red days. Once that train has left the station and I've given it that fair room, then I'm going to move my stop in the green, protect that. It'll be deep in the green. I'll need some red weeks, if not a month, to actually tag out of that position. Not interested in playing any icing on the cake plays or trying to stop out and get back in. I'm just going to buy when it is red. When the buyers show up after some red. So all into here. That's my plays for 2021. Again, and I'm in these IWM, GM, Ford, and I'm in Boeing because I just like the individual airline. I'm telling you guys Jets because if you pick an airline and you pick the wrong one and it gets smoked and Boeing falls out of the sky, you're going to take that full brunt, that hit right away. Where if you're in jets, you'll probably have a red day, but as long as the others perform, you're going to be all right. So, all into here, hit that subscribe button, bell. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and hit that thumbs up button. Have a good one.